Hey everybody, you're with Ganj Russ back. You know, everybody, when they talk about those 80s, 90s horror film, Boogeyman, everybody talks about Jason Voorhees, it's about Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, but I want to talk about
Pumpkinhead.
It's on Hulu.
Is one of those backwoodsy folklore kind of Johns, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got roots up in West Virginia and down south too. That could be a pretty eerie place to get caught in at night, you know, the rolling hills, everything's fucking isolated. You got Lance Henriksen playing this dad who owns this mom and pop store on the side of the road. Unfortunately, there is no mom to go with this mom and pop store because she's dead, and he's raising, that little kid with the glasses from Jerry Maguire by himself, and they live a happy little life together. And one of these days, a bunch of college students are coming down for their spring break to go to a cabin in the woods and have premarital relations and drink and ride motorbikes and shit. They're getting gas or they're doing whatever at the mom and pop store. For whatever reason, Lance Henriksen leaves his store with all these people around it. The kids are driving their motorbike around in the field, and then the fucking little Jerry Maguire kid runs out and gets ran the fuck over by the bike. Lance Henrik returns. The kids have fled except for one bastard who had a heart not to leave the kid alone. Lance Henriksen is filled with rage and then goes to these Appalachian Hill people to find out where this witch lives. He goes to the witch and summons Pumpkinhead. Now, what is Pumpkinhead? He's a real ugly motherfucker. And, one thing I like about this movie is practical effects. It's not the best. It's pretty low budget, but, at the same time, it's still pretty eerie today. It still holds up, in my opinion. When Lance Henriksen goes to this witch, right, she's like, there's a powerful price. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. They murdered my boy. I'm gonna kill these young brat bastards. So, he goes and digs up the fucking Pumpkinhead in this creepy-ass graveyard and, brings it back to the witch. And then the witch does this ceremony with Lance and the dead kid and the Pumpkinhead and the blood of the rage of the furious vengeance, drips into Pumpkinhead, and bam, that motherfucker's up and goes on to kill these kids. The horrible twist is that whenever Pumpkinhead kills one of these kids, Lance Henriksen feels that shit. And then he starts to go mad, and he feels guilt. He's like, God damn it, I should have never done it. It's not right. And then he goes to save the kids. And see, that's, there's layers to this movie. There's, it's not just your run-of-the-mill, horror trash. It's pretty decent. I'd say that I'd probably pick this over Halloween, because I don't know. I know enough lifeless motherfuckers walking around. I don't need to imagine one with a fucking butcher knife killing babysitters. You know what I mean? Like, that just, it seems unoriginal. This has more dynamic to it, But yeah, it's on Hulu. Definitely check it out. There are sequels. Probably not worth watching. They're all, when they go right to DVD or straight to video or whatever, that's when you throw up the red flag. Don't watch that shit unless you're fucking wasted and you don't have any other DVDs and you're on a stranded island or some shit, Check it out.